The Oakland Athletics, one of Major League Baseball's most historic franchises, a team that has won championships, revolutionized the game, and seen some of the biggest names in baseball history. But despite their success, the A's have been plagued by instability, financial struggles, and now, after years of uncertainty, they're packing their bags and heading to Vegas. So, how did a franchise with such rich history end up leaving its home? Let's dive into the rise and fall of the Oakland A's. The Athletics' journey didn't start in Oakland. In fact, they're one of the most traveled franchises in MLB history. The team was originally founded in 1901 as the Philadelphia Athletics. Led by manager Connie Mack, they were a powerhouse in the early days, winning 5 World Series titles by the 30s. But financial issues and declining attendance forced them to move in 1955, relocating to Kansas City. Unfortunately, the Kansas City A's never found success on the field, and the team struggled with ownership issues. Just 13 years later, in 1968, they moved once again, this time to the Bay Area, where they became the Oakland Athletics. The move to Oakland turned out to be a game changer. Almost immediately, the A's became one of baseball's most dominant teams. In the early 70s, led by players like Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, and Rollie Fingers, the A's won 3 straight World Series titles from 72 to 74. This was something that hadn't been done since the Yankees in the early 40s. Then, in the late 80s, the A's were back on top, with the team featuring Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire, and Rickey Henderson. They all won the 1989 World Series in a Bay Area showdown against the San Francisco Giants, a series remembered for the tragic Loma Prieta earthquake. The A's had built a winning culture, but trouble was never far behind. As baseball entered the early 2000s, the A's found themselves in a tough position. Unlike big spending teams like the Yankees and Red Sox, Oakland had to work with one of the smallest budgets in the entire MLB. That's where Billy Beane comes in. Using a revolutionary analytics-based approach, later known as Moneyball, the A's built a competitive team on a low budget, finding undervalued players and maximizing efficiency. This strategy led to multiple playoff appearances in the early 2000s, and it even caught the attention of Hollywood in 2011. The A's story was brought to the big screen in the Moneyball movie, starring Brad Pitt as Billy Beane and Jonah Hill as his assistant GM. The film captured the A's fight assistant, baseball's big spenders, and became one of the most famous sports movies ever. But while the front office found ways to stay competitive, the franchise's real problems were off the field. The Oakland Coliseum was falling apart, fans stopped showing up to games, and ownership refused to spend money on top talent. And by the 2010s, the A's were once again becoming a struggling franchise and forced to trade away star players like Josh Donaldson, Yoenis Cespedes, and Matt Chapman due to financial constraints. For years, Oakland's ownership, led by John Fisher, sought a new stadium deal, but nothing materialized. Proposals for a waterfront bay park never got off the ground, and the city refused to use public money to fund renovations. Meanwhile, the team's attendance number hit historic lows, sometimes drawing fewer than 3,000 fans per game. In 2023, after decades of uncertainty, the A's announced plans to relocate to Las Vegas, where they'll end up building a brand new stadium on the Las Vegas Strip. It marks the 3rd time in franchise history the team has moved cities. For A's fans, it's devastating loss. After 50 years in Oakland, the team has left behind loyal fans, and they are a frustrated fan base. So, what's next for the Athletics? Las Vegas has proven to be a thriving sports market, welcoming the Raiders and Golden Knights in recent years. But will the A's find lasting success in the desert, or will they continue to be a franchise haunted by instability? One thing is for sure, The Oakland Athletics are leaving behind a completed legacy, from dynasty years to consistent struggles, from innovation to disappointment. Their story is one of the greatest highs and devastating lows. For A's fans, the memories will last forever, but the team? They'll soon just be part of another chapter in Oakland's past.